Let's tell some truth.
Would you like
You're talking about truth, the facts. I'm giving you the truth.
Just on
I'm giving you the facts about it. Of the minority leader, Mr. McCarthy, and after we went back and conveyed our agreement to the GOP proposal, it was vetoed by the fourth branch of government. I'm not yielding now. It was vetoed by the cult leader, Donald Trump, who said he wanted no investigation at all.
What's up, everybody? Major Retired Richard Ojeda here, and someone is dishing out the truth. Jamie Raskin took his turn railing against some GOP members that still find their way to weasel into loving their daddy, Donald Trump.
That's your guy. Donald Trump, he said he wanted no investigation. And so you pulled the plug on the investigation you originally advocated because Donald Trump didn't want it. Let's tell some truth.
Would you like
You're talking about truth, the facts. I'm giving you the truth. I'm giving you the facts about it. And then when Speaker Pelosi said, well, in that case, the House of Representatives will conduct our own investigation, then again, you guys boycotted it because you wanted to put pro-insurrection members on the committee.
And I like this attitude from Raskin. There is no time to play games when it comes to these nut jobs in the MAGA GOP that find every way to deflect and defend for the actions of January the 6th.
We ended up with a bipartisan committee of people really interested in getting to the facts. And you know what? This is what you guys can't stand. America listened to it because we had real congressional hearings. Unlike what goes on here with the temper tantrums and the diatribes, and too often our side gets pulled into what you guys are doing, but we had real hearings. And 25, 30 million Americans watching because we told the truth about Donald Trump's assault on democratic institutions and the right to vote in America. And maybe you can't handle the truth, but that's the reality, and nobody has laid a glove on any of the testimony that has come out during those hearings.
They are still clinging to conspiracies and lies about the events on that day, and now, apparently, as if there is anything left to try and cover up, they are pretending that a man present that day was an FBI plant. A ruse, a trick over the eyes of the entire MAGA movement. That one person just led his way into the Capitol and everyone else just followed behind him. Without delving into fringe ideas on what really happened, remember that these people were told by a man who they revere as the second coming of Christ to march down to the Capitol.
So we hear this absurd whining about Ray Epps, who has absolutely nothing to do with any of it, and all of these conspiracy theory allegations have been debunked up and down. Up and down. You think you've got something? You bring him in and talk to him or send us a letter or do something. But why don't you deal with the reality of the situation? Do you think that Donald Trump tried to get the Secretary of State of Georgia, a lifelong Republican named Raffensperger, to just find him 11,781 votes? Is that real or is that fake? You're interested in facts? Is that real or is that fake?
They threatened violence toward his own vice president. They assaulted police officers. They did everything that all the hatred and violent rhetoric inevitably ends in, an attempted coup. It doesn't surprise me that these goons are still grasping at straws to get America to look the other way. The writing has been on the wall for over a year now. You and your guy tried to ruin American democracy, and you almost got there, but you failed. And now they will find any and every little thing to make what is left of their loyal cult second-guess the investigation into January the 6th. The MAGA GOP members will not act in good faith. They never have, and they don't plan on going forward like that. They aren't interested in fixing anything. They like a broken system and a population that is pitted against one another. That is when they are at their strongest. Their lies and divisive speeches keep the fire lit that allows them to have power. But that fire is dwindling. The American people, even those involved in January 6th, are starting to see the truth. Their emotions and wants for an America they believe in was used against them by the slimiest con man in the world over to keep himself in power. And so many on the right have their heads so far up his butt that they can't even see what little ashes there are left in their attempts. They won't move out of the way of that irony bus just heading straight for them all. They'll simply keep arguing to defend a man who wouldn't save them if they were bleeding out right in front of him. As a matter of fact, Trump could punch them in the face and they would apologize for bleeding on him. Actually, his hands are too small. He'd hire someone to do the punching, but he'd still want the credit and the ego trip. Get your drinks, because this bonfire won't last too much longer, and that's a fact. Sappers clear the way, airborne all the way.